Hey, well, what's going on, everybody? Zach here with Brandon Wound Pickups, and today we're going to check out a little bit of everything. I don't really have a big project going on right now, like a restoration or a really cool pickup or anything like that. I do apologize with how I sound today. I don't feel well. Today's the first day I've been able to move, which has been nice. If you've been waiting on a set of pickups from me or a repair or something, I do apologize. Have felt like death for the last little while. Anyways, I wanted to get some content out, so let's take a look at some pickups first. So we'll start off with this one. This is an old Fender Champion lap steel, and this one came in for a conversion. We've talked about this before. We were going to convert it over to a Telly, and all you got to do is either add the copper base plate and drill a couple holes, which is what I did to this one originally. We'll tell you a bit more of that in a second. Or you can take the bottom piece of flatwork off and put a Telly one on it, and so on. So I did the easy option with this one. Drilled a couple holes. I had put on, where is it? I aged up a base plate, had it on there, all was well. Because I assumed the pickup worked, because it didn't say that it didn't work. Usually I check them before I start working on them, but apparently I didn't this time. And I'm getting ready to pack the thing up, it was all ready to go. Put a meter on it, nothing, dead. Great. So at that point, I, emailed the guy. That was a strange noise. Anyways, I emailed the guy, and he's like, oh man, I didn't check it either. He just assumed it worked. I assumed it worked. It didn't. It's very rusty. As you can see, yeah, that was never going to work. Kind of a bummer. But at this point, since we have to rewind it anyways, I'm going to go ahead and remove this. And we're going to go ahead and put just a proper piece of Telly flatwork on it. I think I got one of those over here somewhere. I gotta move stuff. There we go. So we got nice Telly base we'll put on it. Then we can put the proper plate on, and it'll be good to go. And it doesn't really hurt the value now since we already had to rewind it anyways. And it's not that big of a deal, because if you look, the magnets on this, they're kind of protruding out of the bottom a little bit, which is kind of unusual. Usually these are pretty flush. But anyways, so there's the lap steel pickup. Got to rewind this. I think he said he wants it to be in the low 6s. That's no problem. We'll use some old plain enamel on it. Okay, next pickup. This is a good one. I don't have the cover, but it's somewhere over there. This is a speed bump pickup. I guess I probably should get the cover. It kind of makes the look on it. I don't like speed bumps very much. That was tiring, just walking in there. So here's what the cover looks like. You guys have probably seen these before. It goes on there like that. I don't like these. I don't like fixing them. If you send in a speed bump, there's a likely chance I'm not even going to take it in for repair. I'll only do it if it's kind of like now when we're not crazy busy. I actually have 2 of them right now. They're such a pain in my ass to work on. Apologies for the language, but that's just the truth of it. They've got these stupid springs on here, and you got to collapse those and able to wind it. It doesn't really fit on any of my winders, so I have to hand wind it, and then you got to get it on there just right, otherwise it goes like this while it's spin. It's a nightmare. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. Haven't done one in a while. Like I said, I got a little extra time. So if you send in a speed bump, don't be surprised if I charge you a lot of money to fix it, because I usually don't want to. Oh, over here, one other thing. This is from the lap steel pickup again. And I think we've talked about this before too. Oh gosh, sorry, I'm a little shaky today. Had to take a breathing treatment to make my lungs do lung things. And it's making me shake a little bit. But anyways, we see the black wax on the Telly lap steel string. The string was actually white. I know we've talked about that before, but it's been a while. Yeah, the reason the string was black on all those early pickups up through like 55-ish, 56, It's because they were using black wax and it turned the string black. Anyways, next up, we got a Telly pickup. This one's kind of cool, actually. We get a lot of old Telly neck pickups in for repair. This one, stamped 82, could be, I don't know, but it's gray. Look at that. It's got a gray top too. That's really cool. See all the lacquer buildup on here? That's from where it was dipped in lacquer. It's kind of messed up a little bit, you know, but it just happens with these. So we do have to rewind this one. It's got nice long PVC leads. It's a Telly pickup. What else do you want me to say? We'll fix that. What else we got over here? Like I said, I don't have a lot in the way of like cool repairs right now. It's been kind of a slow period for cool stuff. We have this, which is, according to the thing, an Ibanez pickup, probably made by Maxon or somebody. Kind of neat. It's got the offset things. This is probably tape of death. I've already cut the cover off, so let's take a look. Careful. Yeah, there's nothing really holding these together, so sometimes they want to stay in the cover. Yep. Tape of death. Talked about this before too. This tape is acidic. It eats connections and wire and all that stuff. So that means we got to take both of these coils, untape them, resolder the pigtail leads. Oh, sorry. Gosh. Desolder the pickup leads, and then retape it with new tape. 9 times out of 10, that's the fix for these. You don't have to rewind them, but it's still a pain. I hate dealing with this tape. I think this is probably my least favorite tape on earth to deal with. Because it's very sticky, and you know what, I don't even want to touch it right now. That's a project for another day. The lap steel I might actually finish up today and show you guys. Yeah, so that is the last of the more interesting pickups that I have in at the moment. I do want to show you guys this. So big thanks to my friend Mark Chatfield. He hooked me up with something that I've been looking for a long time. Check this out. These are an original set of instructions that would have been in a Gibson case back in the 50s and 60s. Specifically, I've wanted this one. It's how to adjust your PAF pickup. You guys probably can't read that. You can pause it and look at it. Maybe I'll throw a picture up. And then this one is how to adjust your Tune-O-Matic bridge. And all of the information on this is still true to this day. Like even the pickup height they recommend is pretty much what I run mine at. You know, it shows you how to intonate and all that stuff, I believe. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, that's really neat. Also, I gotta show you one more thing that came with this. Really, really cool. Came with the original envelope that would have been in the case. That's awesome. It didn't fit in the frame though, so maybe I'll throw this in one of my old lifting cases. Oh, but yeah, like I said, I've been looking for one of these for a long time. I gotta find a place to hang it around here somewhere. Neat. Okay, what's next? Just looking. Oh, there is one new thing. I have a new workbench. Let's go check that out. Check this out. I am so excited about this. I don't think I've shown it on camera yet. I have a guitar workbench, finally. A workbench dedicated specifically for working on guitars. I've got my old Junior up here right now. As you can see, it kind of busted a string. Gotta fix that. I've wanted a workbench just for guitars for a very long time. We were gonna build one, and then we found this thing on Amazon. It's like 150 bucks for the table. Might even been on sale for a little less than that. It's got power, it's adjustable, it's just amazing. And then we have a toolbox also now, which I don't think I've showed on camera either. So go in our top drawer here. Got kind of our main tools, strings, capacitors, pots, all that kind of stuff. Second drawer is more, more tools, bigger tools. Third drawer, got a lot of parts, tuners, bridges, that kind of stuff. And then the last one here, we've got a lot of our recording equipment in. I don't have all of it in here right now, but this has been a huge step for me as far as organization. and just the time it takes me to do stuff. Because before, if I wanted to work on a guitar, and you guys have seen this, this is my main like pickup assembly bench, and I would have to clear off all this crap. Usually there's more on here than what we're showing right now, and then put a towel down and then work on it, and then this thing's in your way and it's just a nightmare. So this has alleviated that. I don't work on guitars all that much. It's not really a service that I offer through the business. But if you're local and you're a friend and I know you, you know, I can do pickup swaps and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so this is really cool. Got my soldering iron up here. Cool Gibson clock. Thanks to my buddy Jared Brandon for that. That was a gift that he gave me when I moved into this new shop. Hung up a paper towel rack. I've got some stuff there. It's very efficient and I like it a lot. Got our sticker wall over here. A lot of cool stuff on there. Always adding to that. But yeah, so there's my workbench. I think I do have a couple of guitars I can show you that we're doing some minor work to. Let me go grab a couple of those. Alright, so here's the first one. This is a Les Paul replica that came in for pickups and wiring because the stuff in it was garbage. We're getting there on this. You can see most of it's done. I had to kind of retrace my steps a little bit on this one because I put all, you know, nice CTS pots and caps and all that. Thought I had a Switchcraft switch, but I didn't. And the guy that gave me a like a wiring upgrade kit or whatever it was, and it had an alpha switch in it, and I'm like, all right, you know, I guess I'll throw that in because that's what I got on hand just to try to get it done. Nope, that was a mistake. It didn't work right, and I just said, you know what, we're not going to do that. We're going to put a proper switch in it. I got to get this finished up. I was working on this last weekend and I ran out of time. Yeah, so now we have a proper Switchcraft short switch. Got that all wired up. I just got to get it installed in there. And of course, when I put the alpha switch in, if you ever worked with switches, these two terminals are backwards on an alpha switch. And of course, I didn't leave enough slack, so I ended up having to unsolder everything and redo the wire. Yeah, fun stuff. Anyways, note to self, don't ever put an alpha switch in, just buy the Switchcraft and don't be impatient like me. But this guitar is going to be nice. It's got some 59 clones in it, and here's what it looks like. Okay, maple fretboard. That's kind of cool. Okay, next. Next up, we have this early 60s ES345. You guys have probably seen this guitar before. I've used it in a couple of videos. It was in part of a restoration series I did a while back. This is not my guitar. I've been just kind of doing a little stuff here and there to it. I believe this is actually for sale if anybody is looking for a kind of a player grade 63 345. I got to do a quick setup on this again. This was part of the video series we did restoring a 1959 ES345, or maybe it was a 60. It was a Sunburst. And I got to be honest, I forgot to upload most of that series. If you go back, I think I did like part 1 and 2, and then you see me do a comparison with this, and it was done. So if you'd like me to post that video, if you're still watching at this point, I do have 2 whole parts of restoring a 1960 Sunburst ES345. This was kind of a parts guitar for that, because it's got a heel repair and all that. Anyways, if you guys want to see that, let me know. I'll try to dig out the footage and re-upload that. But yeah, cool guitar. What else? Let me think for a minute. This might be getting close to the end of the video here. Alright guys, I think that's going to go ahead and do it. Just filming what I've done here has already made me incredibly tired, and I still have to get some work done today, so thank you guys so much for watching. Real quick before we go, there's one thing I wanted to talk about. Our channel's been growing pretty rapidly. I know we don't have 1 million subscribers or anything, but I think we just turned over 1,000, which is pretty good for me because I've only, I had 200 for 10 years or something like that. But we do have a lot of new people watching, and I don't ask people to like and subscribe. I'd be honest, if you want to, cool. If not, whatever. But I did want to kind of enlighten you guys that I've been making videos for a long time, like since pretty much middle school. So we've got a lot of cool stuff on this channel. A lot of it, within the last few years, it's been about pickups. Of course, we do the covers, music stuff every once in a while. But there's a lot of cool stuff on there. I did a Guitar of the Week series years ago that had some crazy guitars in it, like a bunch of old 50s Gibson, Fender, Martin, just really, really good stuff. Some of those videos are probably kind of cringy to watch now. I don't know. The production quality probably isn't as good. But again, some crazy guitars. We've done videos on Klon Centaurs and all sorts of nice stuff from friends I've had or guitars I've owned and stuff like that over the years. If you really go back far, I'm a car guy also. You may have actually seen my Camaro sitting out front there earlier in one of the clips. There's videos of that, some exhaust videos. I didn't really make content like I do now talking to the camera, but there's some stuff out there. And if that's something you guys want to see, again, I could do that. I've got an F-150 project I'm building an engine for right now. That's kind of fun. And I know a lot of guitar players are also into cars as well. We've done some watch content over the years about watches and stuff like that. Some of the really old videos are probably really funny to watch of, 13-year-old me trying to cover Green Day very badly. But anyways, so just wanted to let some of you newer subscribers know that we have a whole back catalog of a bunch of different videos. Maybe go check a few of those out. So, nothing terribly interesting in this video. I feel like death, so I'm going to turn the camera off now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy. And we'll see you next time.